Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mac Daddy 1911A1. Got an interesting question from a viewer that I know personally, my brother, and he asked me why I was calling my ammunition snap caps. Well, bro, this video will be a video response for you, so maybe you can understand a little better. These are snap caps, okay, as well as these, okay. These here are completely safe, inert bullet simulators. Okay, this is for my 308 for my rifle. These here 12 gauge shotgun, and these other here in the pack are for my 45 ACP. Now, what does a snap cap do? It simulates the exact size of a cartridge or a shot shell so that you can function test your gun safely without blowing your foot off or killing your old lady or whatever the case may be. And this little bitty piece right here is hard plastic that the firing pin can strike over and over and over again, and it prevents it from damaging or breaking the firing pin because it absorbs the hit. Okay, you can take a bow, like a bow and arrow, and if you launch that, you pull the string back on that bow enough and you let go of it without it shooting an arrow, you can actually shatter a bow. Well, if you do a firing pin, you just fire it a couple of times and it doesn't hit anything, you could actually damage the firing pin too. So these here are designed to safely dry fire, function test your guns without damaging them, and they'll function just like it. You can load them in the magazines. Whoops. I have a magazine here. You can load them right in there and it'll go right through the gun and function exactly like a real bullet, yet it won't fire. Okay. Some differences in ammunition. These two here are live 45 ACP. This one on the left is solid copper, and it is what it's called ball ammo, or it may be a copper jacketed with a lead core. Just depends on the manufacturer and the type of bullet, but that's what they call full metal jacket. And this one here on the right is a jacketed hollow point. Okay, it's got a hollow section in the tip of the bullet to allow it to open out and have petals. It'll split open, and it'll make a much larger wound cavity. Back in the olden days, and not too long ago, as a matter of fact, a lot of these didn't function like they were supposed to. They didn't open up, but that's the reason I chose the 45. It's a slow-moving bullet, and it makes a humongous hole when it hits whatever you are shooting at, and it's decent in penetration. Alright, now here are two live 308 cartridges. Okay, you can see them next to a snap cap. Definite difference in the color. In the base of it, this looks a whole lot different. Okay, this one here is a full metal jacket. Same thing, lead core surrounded by copper usually. This one here is a soft point. It's designed to expand also. It's got a lead soft point, and you can see it's got the little serrations, not serrations, little indentations here, so it'll split open and it'll flower out just like the hollow point bullet will, and it'll deform, make a much bigger hole in the whatever you're attacking or shooting at, whatever. And then you have a selection of shotgun shells. These are all 12 gauge. This in here is birdshot and small game. This here is 3-inch Magnum double-off buckshot. And usually on a shot shell, it'll be made into on the side here. This in here is a little old. It's been cycled through it, but you can probably see it says double-off buckshot. The OO stands for double-off buck. Then here's a specialty load. It's called buck and ball. It has a big, large ball in the center, very similar to a old style musket ball. Be considered a slug, I suppose, nowadays. I'm not sure if it's exactly round, but it also has buckshot behind it. And this is a Centurion brand made in Italy. Actually did some really serious damage to some targets. Now this in here is a Slug Round, and it looks like almost like a cone. It's got rifling made onto the actual lead slug. You can pull it up on Wikipedia or any ammunition website, and they can probably show you this. But this in here, I believe, is Remington. It is. That's Remington brand slug. It's old Foster type slug. And then there's just what buckshot looks like if you could see it. And I believe this is also double aught buck. Can't tell for sure. It's wore out too. It's been through the gun a few times doing reloading drills. But back to the original question, why I call it, the snap caps. I've told you that part. And what do I do with it? I safely use this for do reloading drills. Same thing with these. Okay. In all my videos, when you see me cycling ammo in and out, unless I specifically say I am using live ammo, and I have in a few videos when I was out in the backyard safe and I did not chamber any of them, this is what I use for safety. Okay. And when you're cleaning a gun, the first thing you should always do is open it up and check, make sure it's empty. But if you do any cycling, you do any function checking on your firearm inside the house, use these bullet simulators. Okay, shot shell simulators, bullet simulators. I love these zooms. These been through my guns thousands of times. And so have these here. You can see they've got a lot of wear and tear on them. And but it's just one solid piece of aluminum that's been CNC machined, cut down to the exact same size, so it'll go in and out of your gun, and your firing pin can strike the end of it without it damaging the firing pin. And they're expensive now. Two of these here are like 10 or 15 bucks for the rifle and for the shotgun, and you can get 5 of these, which I've lost one. They're so hard to find out in the grass and stuff, but I think they were about 10 bucks or 15 bucks too, but it's just been so long since I purchased them, I'm not sure. But if you intend on doing any training inside your home, you should get some snap caps for your caliber. They make them for every size except 22, and come on now, you can get a box of 500 for like 10 bucks for 22, so you can go down the range all day long. Now they make little dummy rounds for a 22, but you can't really use them for a snap cap because they strike the side of the case right in this area on a 22 versus a center fire like these. But anywho, almanicholls, I hope this answers some of your questions, and if you have any more, please post them. I'm going to answer them as best I can, and I will get to that cleaning video for you as soon as I can. This is Mac Daddy 1911A1 with Shade Tree Survivalist, signing off.